I'm Max, and this is my build. I did Where the Wild Things Are, based on the book by Maurice Sendak. And a few of the things I'm really happy with about this build are, first of all, the wild thing. I was going to do more figures, which might still come, but I was really happy with the way it turned out. During the keynote speech, actually, here at Brickworld, the keynote speaker was talking about the old Lego figures before the minifig, and he was saying that he really wanted to see a build where they used one of those parts. And so here I've used the heads, actually, from the old figures for the eyes. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm pretty proud of.
Very nice, and it looks like with you got kind of a collaboration going on with all sorts of book builds here, and each one of you built kind of an actual book and then the scene on top of it?
Yeah, so the idea is that originally it was just children's books, and we kind of branched out a little bit from there, but so yeah, we each built the book, and then as if, you know, the story was coming to life, we have the characters popping out of the stories.
Okay, very cool. So we'll keep moving down to the next scene then.
All right, I'm Ian Spacek, and I went with Harry Potter. And there were a couple books I was trying to choose between, and we were kind of coming down to the home stretch, and I finally just settled on this one. And yeah, it's a potions class, so you have Harry and Professor Snape. I think that's about it. One thing I was kind of happy with is the tile spacing technique, which I'd seen it done with a herringbone pattern before, but I put down that same pattern and tried playing with different arrangements of the tiles and came up with this one. So it's probably what I was most satisfied with. And Snape.
Very cool. Great build there.
All right, I'm Casey McCoy. I built Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This build was actually thrown together over the course of the week. Of course, I had been invited to do it, but I worked on like other things like my animation that it only got wrapped up within like the days before public hours. But things that I was pretty pleased with is I tried to stray away from the movie representations and lean more towards the book representation, at least as best as I remember it from junior year of high school. So you don't see any like lightning bolts coming down from the sky, and he doesn't have any like pins in his neck. But I tried to capture the fact that maybe some of the body parts, like this arm is longer than this one, which is pretty short, and tried to add some mixel eyes to give it a little class. I know Max won't say it because he's too humble, but his Where the Wild Things Are also won Best Vignette. So
Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, Max, on that. Very cool. So then moving down to the next scene here.
Hi, I'm Lee Muzzy, and I did an unexpected party from The Hobbit. So this is Bag End, and I think I had about half this build built before they even started, like almost a whole month before they started. So that's why mine doesn't actually have the template that everybody else used. I kind of added these in last minute to get it looking more like theirs a little bit. One thing that I really enjoy about this particular build is this window, this round window here, because it doesn't technically fit there, but it works, and I was really happy that it worked. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Very cool.
Hi, my name is Paul Vermeesch, and this is a scene from the book Robin Hood. And so this is the classic scene where Robin Hood battles Little John over a bridge that spans a river. And it's the one time that Robin Hood gets beat. So you see Little John here clobbering Robin Hood in the head. And this is also a bit of a throw together build, but it was a lot of fun. It's one of two Robin Hood builds that we have in this layout, which is unintentional, but I think it works out pretty nicely because they're different scales and they're different scenes from the book, and it's highlighting two separate parts of the really classic story. So it's something we definitely wanted to include in a layout about children's books.
So you got a couple favorite details in this build. I like how you have the water kind of running off the book there.
Yeah, thank you. Another thing that I really do like and that was fun playing with is the capes used around their waist there to kind of add to that fabric look, and then again up around their shoulders. So I do love incorporating fabric as much as I can in brick-built characters.
Very nice. Yeah, it turned out great.
Hello, I'm Ben Merrill. I built Corduroy from the book of the same title. I built this piece because it's one of my favorite books as a young lad. And I think the story resonates with each of us, as it's the story of a broken bear looking for wholeness in a home. And it's not until he finds home, finds someone to accept him as he is, that he's made whole. And I think that resonates well with the soul of each of us.
Yeah, And this is a really cool little build. What's the structure like in there, keeping that all together?
It's a framework with, it's just a 1x4 framework with Travis bricks and bricks with studs on the sides to hold the panels on the outer frame. And then the head's hollow with just the Travis bricks on the corners holding it together.
Yeah, very good. I think you captured that look perfectly there.
Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Dan Church. I worked on the Chronicles of Narnia book here. One of the most famous of the Chronicles is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and the most popular scene you see in all the movies, and almost one of the most common scenes you see portrayed is Lantern Waste. So I have Tumnus built here, and I have Lucy, as well as the lamppost, and very snowy when she first comes out of the wardrobe into the world of Narnia. One of my favorite things about this collaboration overall is the variety you see of scales. I built a Miniland. Ben built his massive corduroy here, whereas you see some of Ian's very specific sizes he built, and you see minifig here as well. And that was something we wanted off the bat when we just started to put together this collaboration, was the variety of scale. We didn't want it to just be one thing. I think it brings out the specialness in all the different stories, and it's going to be very unique for each one.
Very nice. And then the final build here?
Hi, my name is Matthew O, and I also built Robin Hood. Now this, as Paul said, was a little bit unintentional. I was undecided about which one I wanted to build, but in the end I settled with Robin Hood. And I did minifig scale, and I tried to portray Robin Hood as the classic, good man, but still robs the rich. So he's robbing the rich, but he's not hurting any of them physically. And when I created the scene and designed it, I tried to focus on composition. So if you look, the actual scene in the book is built in the shape of a bow in the classic Robin Hood's archery. And I also, in the blank spaces, built the words Robin Hood to fit there.
Okay, very nice. And I like how this, you kind of, kept it right in the center of the book almost like a pop-up book kind of look there.
Yes, thank you. I tried to get that, and I think it worked out rather well.
Very cool. I think all you guys did a great job on the collaboration. Thank you for taking us all the way through that and for assembling yourselves together for this. I really appreciate it. Thank you.